said 110.
That's all I got. Please, please. I'm thirsty. I need the alcohol. My throat is dry.
You need the extra 10, man. Give me 10.
Please. I'll see you later.
What do we have going on here?
Oh no.
Please.
Please, please, hey.
Okay.
Hey, please. Take my money.
Alright, we probably did that for real.
Alright, how long was that? That was only a
Prohibition in the 1920s was admitted as the 18th Amendment at the time, which banned all manufacturing and distribution of alcohol. The growing demand for the liquor in the community in the 1920s created a golden opportunity for crime lords such as Al Capone. They bootlegged liquor and sold it illegally, and it became a multi-billion-dollar business by the mid-1920s. Al Capone, as played in the video by Mike Molitor, exhibited his wealth by driving around in a $30,000 Cadillac while flashing an 11.5-carat diamond ring. To keep his profits flowing without government interference, he bribed politicians, judges, and police officers. He also eliminated rival bootleggers by killing them, as seen in the Valentine's Day Massacre in Chicago. Also, Al Capone would bribe police in the 1920s so that they wouldn't stop his bootlegging. This created much disruption in the police department in the 1920s. At the end of the 1920s, the bootlegging became so out of hand that they took out the 18th Amendment from the Constitution because the public wanted alcohol so bad, but they put bans on it for people under the age of 21 to buy liquor.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? Welcome to Bank of the United States.
I need to cash out.
Cash out?
I need all my money, please. I'm leaving this bank.
I can't do that.
Yes, you can. That's my money, sir.
I can't do that. I need to talk to my manager. Mr. Smithmall?
Mr. Wagenstein, how are you?
Good, how are you? This man says he needs to cash out, and I told him he's not allowed to, because we don't allow that in a bank
Sir,
like
we
this.
appreciate your service here at the Bank of the United States, and we'd just like to thank you for investing your money in us, and we would want to ask why you want your money back.
Because I want to keep my money in my house where it's safe and secure. There's been a rumor about a stock market crash. I cannot afford to lose all my money. I have to take a kid to college.
Okay, you can have your money. We do ask that you do not spread the word to anyone
Thank you very much.
that we do not have any more money in this bank, because we are now broke. from the
You've
stock
ruined
market.
us. Thank you.
Appreciate you making the fall of the Bank of the United States.
Thank you very much, guys.
Have a good,
You have a good day, sir.
and you too. Mr. Wagenstein, shall we go?
Yes, Mr. Smithmall.
The economy had been growing fluidly for most of the roaring 20s. It was a technological golden age as innovations such as radio, automobiles, aviation, telephone, and the power grid were deployed and adopted. Companies that had pioneered these advances like Radio Corporation of America and General Motors saw their stock soar. But now, in the year 1929, the Wall Street market has crashed. Everyone is losing their money, and the banks have no money to hand out. People have no way to save their money in a bank, and there's no way that people are going to be able to keep their money. What are we going to do? Hello guys, my name is Zach Libertor. I'll be the one giving you guys this guide to see the cars.
Roger.
Roger. Nice to meet you guys. Come, follow me. Let's go check out these cars. How are you guys today? Great.
Pretty good. You ever heard of the Ford Model Q?
Yeah, we actually have it here.
You have the Model
It's
T
in
as
mint
well?
condition, brand new, $100. Could be yours, sir.
Wow.
What about you, Roger? What's your big on?
It's alright. I'm not taking this prohibition thing very well.
That's rough. You just thirsty for some alcohol, my
I
friend?
can't drink because I can't drink.
Are you guys all running your Model Ts?
Model T? Yeah, this one right here. But
One moment, I'm
Model
getting a
Q is the new.
Oh, that is
telegram.
I like that car.
You do?
I really like that car.
$100, mint condition,
$100.
yours.
Wow.
Wanna hop in?
Yeah, can we take a
Come on,
test?
let's
Can we
go.
take a test ride?
You know, this car has fine leather on the inside. It's even
Nice. This is nice. I like this
yeah, it's- runs very well.
Have you ever met a girl that you tried to date, but a year
You ready to take a ride?
I'm ready.
All right.
Oh, this is nice.
Here's one of our famous Model Ts.
I like this. Probably shouldn't hit that car.
What's the car in front of us?
That would be the Model T in a different color than the white.
What's the car in front of that?
That would be the Ford Model T Ford Model A. Runs to mint condition, but sometimes a lot of buyers just decide they don't want it. We're going to take a left turn here. How do you like this car so far?
It runs nice and smooth. I like the color.
That's good.
What's the top speed on this
It's
bad
really
boy?
cheap.
Really cheap? Yeah. I mean,
What's the top speed?
it can run 160. So how'd you like it?
It's great. I think I'm gonna use it to get away from some cops, do some prohibition stuff.
You know, you can do it wherever you want, but it's yours, $100.
Only 100? I got that right here. It was a
It's
pleasure.
yours.
The rapidly growing automobile industry, led by Henry Ford and the Ford Motor Company, produced new and better models every year for the insatiable public demand. Increased wages and lower cost vehicles through mass production made cars increasingly affordable, although 3 out of 4 cars were bought on installment plans. Vehicles required much higher road clearances than modern cars due to the poor state of roads and tracks, hence the large diameter skinny tires of the day, which were effective at cutting through mud to reach more solid ground. The car enabled people to travel much further afield than foot or horse had permitted. Touring vacations became popular, but motorists had to plan carefully as there were often long distances between patrol stations and breakdowns were fairly common. Tourist parks, such as motels and other facilities, sprang up to service the needs of traveling motorists. Patrol station chains crashed in on the trend by supplying maps that heightened their business locations and then sold travelers food and drink as well as petrol and oil.
Hey, can you play the Charleston next?
You got it. Coming at you live from DJ Charleston. Spin that. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
The Charleston is a dance named for the harbor city of Charleston, South Carolina. The rhythm was popularized in mainstream dance music in the United States by the year 1923. The tune, called the Charleston, was composed by James P. Johnson. It originated in the Broadway show Running Wild and became the most popular hit of the decade. In October 1923, the Charleston was popularized through the public and ran through 1924. At its peak year, the Charleston was danced among the public in 1927.
And now, batting for your Yankees, Babe Ruth. Ball 1. Foul. Strike 1. The count is 1-1. It's out of here. The bat and ball are broken.
Sports grew in the 1920s due to publicity and promotion. These sports included baseball, football, tennis, swimming, golf, and boxing. The most famous people from each sport were Babe Ruth in baseball, Jack Dempsey in boxing, Johnny Weissmuller in swimming, Newt Rockne and Red Grange in football, Bill Tilden in tennis, and Bobby Jones in golf. Babe Ruth is considered one of the greatest, if not the greatest, baseball players of all time. He changed the game by making it higher scoring and more exciting for fans to watch. He began his career on the Red Sox and was later traded to the Yankees, which turned out to be the most regrettable trade in baseball history because they got little in return for Babe. The Red Sox were supposedly cursed for the next 80 years after Babe left because they did not win a World Series during that time. Babe was named to the Major League Baseball All-Century team, and he was one of the first 5 players to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. He won the World Series 7 times during his career. In 1920, the National Football League formed, and baseball's Negro National League formed as well. Water skiing was invented in 1922 by Ralph Samuelson from Minnesota. In 1926, Jack Dempsey lost his World Heavyweight Boxing title to Gene Tunney in their famous fight. Also in 1926, Gertrude Ederle, an Olympic gold medalist, swam the entire English Channel. The first ever Ryder Cup of golf was held in 1927, and in 1928, the women's events were held in the Summer Olympics for the first time ever.
The 1920 U.S. Open was the 24th U.S. Open. The golf tournament was held August 11 through 13, 1920, at the Iverness Club in Toledo, Ohio. Englishmen Harry Vardon and Ted Ray were playing in their first U.S. Open since losing the playoff to Francis Inlet in 1913. The 50-year-old Vardon, the 1900 U.S. Open champion, had a 5-stroke lead with 5 holes to play. He then proceeded to 3-putt 3 holes in a row, then double bogeyed the 17th after finding the water. He shot 42 on the second nine, giving him a 78 for the second round, and a 296 total. Finishing in ties for second, Ray was also scrambling in the final round, recording 4 bogeys on the back nine. But he called the 18th, giving him a 295 and a 1-stroke victory over Vardon, Jack Hutchinson, Leo DeGraw, and Jack Burke Sr. This Open would mark the first appearance by Bobby Jones, Gene Sullivan, Tommy Arnold, and Johnny Fair. Between them, they would win 8 of the next 12 Opens. At the age 33, 4 months, and 16 days, Ray became the oldest U.S. Open champion in history.